Day that will become iconic, and we have another icon amongst us. Let me now welcome an iconic leader, our beloved chairman, Dr. Pawan Munjal on stage. Pawanji, all yours now.
To all my friends gathered here this evening, my namaskar and a very warm welcome to the Hero Global Center for Innovation and Technology. I'm so delighted that each one of you accepted my invitation to be here with us today. I know there's so many more people who were waiting for the invite. Unfortunately, this is the space we have, and these are the people we could bring in. We are all lucky to be here this evening as history is going to be made at Hero. Thank you very much once again for joining us. In the life of any organization, there are milestone moments. Moments when dreams held for decades and across generations come to fruition. This, my dear friends, is one such moment for Hero and for me personally. My personal story, one that is very close to my heart, would be revealed and narrated as part of the video we all will see very shortly. Hero, as we know, started with its joint venture with Honda in 1985 and thereafter began its solo journey under the new brand, under the new company, Hero MotoCorp, with the new brand Hero in the year 2011. While there have been many significant moments over the last 12 years, once again, this moment is extremely special for our company, and I'm sure, like me, it is special for all my colleagues at Hero, all the heroes at Hero. My dear friends, when the world's most iconic motorcycle brand and the world's largest two-wheeled mobility company come together, magic has to happen. The HD X440 is proof of that magic. Between now and tomorrow, you will get to see, feel, and hear the Harley-Davidson and what Hero and Harley-Davidson engineers from across Milwaukee, CIT Jaipur, and the Tech Center in Germany have designed, engineered, and built together. I did stress on here. That's the sound of the Harley. Earlier this afternoon, some of us went around this R&D center, and the engineers who were showing us around, we could see and feel the pride and excitement amongst them when they especially talked about being able to bring the sound of the Harley from a single cylinder. I'm sure the HD team here also realized that and felt in their body language the pride and the excitement. So, my dear friends, Harley-Davidson shines in every design that we see, and the note of its engine is that true blue Harley-Davidson sound. And through the HD X440, we will bring this authentic riding experience to a whole new generation of women and men who love the brand, who dreamt of riding the never-ending open roads across the most beautiful terrains in India and what the world has to offer. I am extremely proud to present the HD X440 and what it represents. I am proud of the team, very proud of the team that designed the magnificent machine, exemplifying the finest ideals of passion, creativity, innovation, and collaboration. They show us the truth of the saying that if you aim for perfection, you are likely to achieve something pretty close to perfect. And they did most of the heavy lifting in the middle of the locked down world during the pandemic. All of this was done from 2020 until now. I'm extremely proud of each one of you here and in Milwaukee who have worked hard to bring this motorcycle to life. Well done, my heroes. Thank you all once again for being here to share this proud moment with me today, a moment that is charged with emotion as a dream so long and deeply cherished is finally realized. As for Harley-Davidson, a company with 120 years of storied history, I'm certain that when history looks back at this day, it will be remembered fondly as the start of a new era for both Harley-Davidson and Hero. My dear friends, some of you got a sneak peek, but most of you don't know. Joining us here at CIT all the way from Milwaukee is a special surprise. That's right. Please join me in welcoming Jochen Zeitz, President and CEO of Harley-Davidson Motor Company. Jochen, I'm truly excited and pleased to have you here with us. Please join me on stage here, which you already done, to share your thoughts on this momentous occasion that the entire country has been waiting for. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Pavan,
thank you.
and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a really great pleasure to be here tonight. Almost 3 years ago, I picked up the phone and called Pavan and said, we should be doing something together in India. Little did we know that not even 3 years later, we would be here to present something very unique in the history of Harley-Davidson and in the history of Hero. We wanted to make sure that the brand Harley-Davidson would continue to be represented in India, an important market for us, a market that has great growth project, and that we could continue to be represented not just in the luxury segment, but to be able to be made achievable for customers that were younger, that didn't quite have the ambition to ride one of our biggest motorcycles and our most expensive luxury motorcycles, but customers that are plentiful in India and that wanted something premium from Harley-Davidson. 2.5 years later, we are here to really, truly launch an exceptional motorcycle that was born as a collaboration between Harley-Davidson, our design, our engineering team, as well as the Hero team that worked tirelessly together over the last 2.5 years, improving every day the look, sound, and feel to make sure that what we are able to present to the world and to the Indian market today and tomorrow is a true Harley-Davidson. Having ridden the prototypes over the last 18 months, I can say that this motorcycle has progressed. And I also check out the competition. This is a truly unique Harley-Davidson that perfectly fits into our core hardwire strategy of selectively expanding into new categories that Harley-Davidson has not been present in. As we heard earlier, the premium motorcycle market in India is a fast-growing market. It's a dynamic market with lots of competitors, and we feel very good about this motorcycle being able to capture a significant market share in the coming years. So I'm very pleased, and I want to take the opportunity to really thank our teams in Milwaukee, our teams here in the development center and the design centers, that we're able to create something very special that the Indian customer will, I'm sure, fall in love with very quickly and complement the broad distribution that Hero will deliver to Harley-Davidson in India to make it truly accessible pan-India throughout the entire country. So big thank you to the teams, big thank you to you for coming tonight, and without further ado, I think we're going to look at some motorcycles now. Thank you.
So while we were working on this launch event, we debated on how we could do things differently and in a way that hadn't been done before. So my team and I made multiple trips here to CIT, and we saw the blood, sweat, and tears and love that had gone into making this project come alive in record time. We thought it was important for you to hear directly from those who worked on this magnificent motorcycle. And we wanted you to see and experience their efforts. Dr. Arun Jora, Chief Technology Officer at Hero MotoCorp, gave our camera crew unprecedented access. And in the film that we're about to show you, many of you will see things that people outside Hero have not seen before. Our research and development facilities, we will show you our test tracks, we will show you our labs here at CIT. I hope you enjoy this 30-minute film that explains the genesis of the Harley-Davidson X440 and how it was finally brought to life.
120 years, Harley-Davidson has been the most desirable motorcycle brand in the world. Together with our community, we stand for the timeless pursuit of adventure and freedom for the soul. Today, as we start a new chapter in India, we're excited to bring our partnership with Hero MotoCorp to life. Trust me when I tell you that the unique experience of riding your first Harley-Davidson is something you'll never forget. We're proud of today's launch and what we've accomplished together. I hope you can join us on the journey. United we ride.
There is a very personal emotion behind the coming together of two global iconic brands. The first being the world's most iconic brand, Harley-Davidson, and the second being the world's largest two-wheel mobility brand, Hero. There is a favorite picture of mine that I really cherish very much of my father back in the early 90s. In fact, you can see him sitting on his Harley Road King in front of the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco with my mother behind him. Perhaps they both rode the bike from Los Angeles to San Francisco on Highway 1. This project has had multiple teams working across the world, from our Research and Development Center, that is the Hero Global Center for Innovation and Technology in Jaipur, India, and the Hero Tech Center in Munich, Germany, working very, very closely with the Harley-Davidson's Product Development Center at Milwaukee in USA. This has truly been a perfect example of Hero's mission, which is to create, collaborate, and inspire.
Well, when Hero MotoCorp approached me in 2020, asking if I wanted to head the Harley-Davidson business and resurrect a single-cylinder machine that Harley-Davidson hadn't made anywhere in the world for nearly half a century, it seemed like an opportunity that was too good to be true. I'd just come back to Delhi. It was around 2009. And I went to see a car restoration workshop that was also specialized in the restoration of old motorcycles and old horse carriages. And when I was there, the gentleman who ran the workshop said, "Let me show you something." So I followed him into his house, walked through his living room. He took me into his bedroom, and parked right there was a 1926 Harley-Davidson pea shooter, a 350cc single-cylinder machine. This was a really pivotal machine for Harley-Davidson.
Up. As a young boy, I used to see these huge metal machines, the battle tanks that were being tested across this cross-country, day in and day out. That inspired freedom, this sense of fearlessness and power in me. I am Dr. Arun Jaura, Chief Technology Officer for the Global Center for Innovation and Technology here at Hero MotoCorp. CIT, or the Global Center for Innovation and Technology, this is the powerhouse for Hero MotoCorp for any innovation, technology, product, and process. No other place better than CIT could have actually taken this Harley-Davidson Hero project and the program forward. The infrastructure here is world-class, and the talent that we have is a global talent. When we put all these things together, we get a synergy of a winning proposition. It's Harley-Davidson X440. It has to look like a Harley, it has to feel like a Harley, and it has to sound like a Harley. There are no two thoughts about it.
So, hi, I'm Teófilo Plaza Garcia. Everybody knows me as Teo. I basically focus on motorcycles. My passion is two wheels. So now I am working for Hero MotoCorp as the head of industrial design studio. So for this, we established a little bit of role distribution, and we all understood that being the first product, the need of Harley-Davidson in the overall design was fundamental. And so we did. So we agreed that they would actually take the initiative on the overall design, and then what Hero would bring to the picture is to take that design into the reality of the market. The engine as a very iconic element. On top of it is a fuel tank. As per body part, the fuel tank is the center of Harley-Davidson design. So we designed a quite large, massive, very present fuel tank with very clean weldings. So we actually hide all the weldings in the best traditional Harley-Davidson way. So that was a very challenging part. But those three elements, engine, fuel tank, and side cover, they actually compose a very powerful mass in the center. And it's all metal. So you can barely find plastic in this motorcycle. And that was one of the biggest challenges. For Harley-Davidson products, the care on detailing is super important. We know that the big presence of the bike, when you see it in flesh, far away, the first time you approach to it is what actually would attract you from it. But then once you get to it, once you get to know it, when you get to sit on it, all the details, all the care, the really refined, solid feeling that Harley-Davidson puts to it, this bike had to have exactly the same. And on that, we did a very heavy work on meeting. So when I look at the final product, what do I see? I see a pure Harley-Davidson. And I've seen many Harley-Davidson in my life. I've desired many of them. It's the first time that I have the honor of designing one. It's a true Harley.
I'm David Lopez Cordova. I'm 48 years old. I am from Spain. I come from a family of motorcyclists. My dad was a racer. No doubt I became a racer myself for a long time. And then when I finished my engineering degree, I moved into vehicle development, which I've been doing for the last 23 years in different parts of the world, including the last 5 years here in Vigo. To deliver the feel of the Harley-Davidson, we actually understand or dedicate a lot of time to understand the customer needs, first of all. When developing the ergonomics of the Harley project, we wanted to ensure that we deliver a rider position that make the rider feel really commanding, with a comfortable position, upright, but as well with quite flat and open bars that give this muscular feel to the motorcycle and the rider itself, and giving a sense that he's riding above the rest when he's sitting on this motorcycle. So when it came to selecting the frame configuration for the Harley-Davidson, we investigated a number of options. We ended up settling for a trellis frame. Structurally, it's a very robust frame. And considering the conditions in India, this configuration of frame ensures that the durability of the frame is really optimal. On the suspension, we have gone for top-level components. On the front forks, we have gone for 43mm upside-down front forks with a dual cartridge damping system. On the rear suspension, we got for dual shocks with gas field configuration that ensure, again, really consistent performance no matter the temperature or the conditions of the road. The rear suspension being also adjustable for preload to ensure that you can cater for different types of riders and different load conditions. On the braking front, on the front brake, we have selected to go for a 320mm front disc, which is the biggest in the class, to ensure that we have a very powerful front brake. On the rear brake, we have also ensured that the mechanical and hydraulic ratios deliver that progressive but powerful feel. And on this bike, we are introducing also a dual-channel ABS that ensures maximum safety when braking in whatever the circumstances, balancing between optimum deceleration and stability. They're ensuring with this vehicle as well that they offer a vehicle that will work in India, because we have considered our customers here and we have understand our customers before we deliver. So when I get onto this vehicle and I feel it, I feel completeness. I feel passion, the passion of the people behind me. And when I ride it, I just feel the thrill, the power, the commandingness of this riding experience, riding position, the sound, how it complements every pulse of the engine when you're moving around. It just feels great.
Hi, my name is Carl William Burrell. I'm Head of Engine Design and Development at CIT Hero Motorcorp. With the sound, there is very specific things about products, okay? You know when a Harley-Davidson's coming. You don't have to see it. You know, it's really clear for their strategy, okay? So what you got to do is understand their strategy and try and put that in place. Now, the mechanics of manipulating sound in an exhaust system is wide and variable. You can pretty much do what you want, but you've got to know what you want. So we spent a lot of time talking to Harley-Davidson, understanding how do you transfer that energy in terms of a Harley product from a two-cylinder to a single cylinder. That was a difficult part. Once we understood that, the mechanics of getting the sound is relatively easy. It's knowing what you need to deliver is the key part. That's around the success of that. Now, what does it feel like? Okay, single cylinders are different, okay? How you set your crank up will give you a different sound. I can have 360 crank on a single, I can have a 180 crank. There's different variations I can do. But what I do like to do is try and just be offbeat. Think about what makes you dance. Is anybody dancers here? What makes you dance is the offbeat. When you want to tap your foot, it's not beat, 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 beat. It's beat, 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 beat. And it's just a few degrees off. And you set that up with your engine architecture. And that gives you that feel you can play with your exhaust system now afterwards. So a huge amount of work's gone into that. One, understanding what our customer needs. Two, how do we implement that? And three, giving the results that Harley-Davidson require. And I think all of them things we've achieved. So key characteristics of the Harley-Davidson X440 engine include a power target of 26.5 brake horsepower at 6,000 RPM, alongside a torque target of 37 Newton meters at 4,000 RPM. An engine that can do anything that you want it to do in India. Very important. You want to go to the top of a mountain? It'll go to the top of a mountain. Want to go fast on the track? It'll go fast on the track. You want low speed pull with 2 people and panniers on? It'll give you that as well. You know, so it's the engine gives different vehicles potential to reach their capabilities, and that's what we're trying to do with this design. And that core design is what we've just talked about: 2-valve, oil-cooled, really simple construction, robust, durable, capable. These are hero qualities. That's what Hero sells its products on. I wanted that to be translated into this product, and I think we've achieved that.
Hi, I'm Sanjay Gujral, Chief Engineer for the Harley-Davidson X440. I come from New Delhi, India.
I am Roberto Restelli. I'm responsible for all validation tests. I'm Italian and I come from Milano.
The Roboto X440 is ready. What is your plan for validation and what all you have already done it?
In CIT, we have, for sure, we make what we call fleet, that basically are almost 20,000 kilometers run all inside the circuit. But in our circuit, we have also completely different type of asphalt, of surface. We have small hill. We have wet, completely wet to check the ABS. And all this type of different surface has been tested and checked deeply. We have a special area inside CIT that we call dust tunnel. That is something that simulates the running with so much dust in the environment, and we make so many kilometers there, always checking what happened inside the box and inside all the components of the bike.
Since we are making this Harley first time, anything special we done which you think?
I cannot enter in every details for logical reason, but I can say that all the standard that we use respect what we use normally has been strongly reinforced. Because, sorry if I insist, but it's not a normal brand. We are talking about Harley-Davidson. It's something special. As a soul. So, if you want to work for this type of brand, also your soul must be in agreement with the concept. And, for sure, I will put all my efforts and I push all my people to be strong on that.
Hi, I'm Praveen Kolekar, the project lead for the Harley-Davidson X440. The Harley-Davidson X440 comes in 3 variants. First variant features a classic look with its spoke wheel design. The second variant offers a touch of modernity through alloy wheels and dual tone colors. For those seeking the ultimate premium experience, the Pinnacle, boasting diamond cut alloy wheels, meticulously machined engine fins, advanced connect features, and 3D decals. The vehicle is equipped with a very vibrant TFT speedometer, offering a wide range of key functionalities. Features also include RTMI, DTE, gear indicator, and access to vehicle battery health. Speedometer provides turn-by-turn navigation, allowing riders never lose their way. With smart connect features, rider can answer calls, check message alerts, and control music without any distraction. It also switches seamlessly between day and night modes through an ambient light sensor, optimizing visibility in every light conditions.
Easy to put on, difficult to take.
What do you think?
Beautiful. I'd say
Effortless, in fact. There was no, I'm not feeling any strain when I'm riding, even after doing a bunch of laps. I don't feel tired in my shoulders, not in my wrist. There's no pump anywhere. So effortless because it just doesn't feel like there's any weight over there. But at the same time, it's very planted. When I say that it's confidence inspiring, it's because if I let off the gas and I enter a corner, it doesn't lug, it doesn't pogo. The forks, the way it turns, the way it handles, the way it holds line, just full of praise. And I don't think this compares to any of the bikes in its class. So it's a very unique way in the way, it's fundamentally designed. And hats off to you guys and the team.
What about the character?
Nice looking. The tank really stands out. The neck is beautiful. The frame looks really nice, cradling that engine. So visually also, it's a nice bike. It's got a lot of mass there. It's got a lot of bulk. It doesn't feel like a small bike. And even when you're riding it, even though there's no vibration there, but the thump of that single 440, it's there. So whether it's parked and idling and you rev it, or while you're on the fly, so it's amazing to look at. It's amazing to ride. Yeah. What about the engine? The engine has got a lot of juice. It's got power in the bottom. It's got power in the mid. It's got substantial torque. So yeah, it does. It never feels like if you're actually running out of power. So and then the way the gearing is done also is nice. And I could see myself cruising anywhere between second to the fifth. And if I'm heading out on the highway, there's always a sixth gear. And I think it's got all the boxes checked as far as that is concerned.
Can we turn the lights on? It's been a rather long movie already.
Lights!
The very first Harley-Davidson that I ever owned was an XR 1200X, a motorcycle that traces its lineage all the way back to the XR 750, a legendary motorcycle in itself. The very first time I laid my eyes on the Harley-Davidson X440, it was hard not to see the resemblance. Hi, I'm Vijay Thomas, Head Marketing Harley-Davidson Business Unit at Hero MotoCorp. The X440 is for the freedom seeker and the engaged dreamer. It's for the one who dreams of riding a motorcycle to work every day. It's for the one who wants to be a little bit faster today than yesterday. It's for the one who impatiently waits for a Sunday morning to answer the call of the open road. And it's for the one who can't stop exploring new roads. The Harley-Davidson X440. It's a blank canvas. It is that versatile. Now, if you ask me, for a consumer, there are two stages of their life. There's time before owning a Harley-Davidson, and there is life after owning a Harley-Davidson.
I hope you like what you see. The bike looks beautiful. It rides even more beautifully than it looks. But we haven't spoken about the price. I didn't say that it was priceless. We've said already that everything will change. But after you buy it, will you have any change left? We'll see soon. Thank you, everyone. And with that, we'll end the show. And thank you all for coming. Thank you all for being here.